Good morning. This is Miami Valley View, a public service program brought to you by iHeartMedia Dayton. My name is Dave Alexander, and I'm your host this morning. And joining me is local author Brice Davis. Brice, good morning.
Oh, good morning, man. Grateful to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you could be. You reached out to us recently, and your story seems incredible enough for you to write a book about it.
Yes.
So, and the title of your book is?
The title of my book is Rise Anyway.
Yeah.
A Memoir of Survival, Fatherhood, and Becoming.
Yeah. So so give us your story. So what brought this book along?
So I've always dealt with mental health issues,
Okay.
such as like anxiety, depression.
Yeah.
You know, I had that growing up and to my adulthood. And along the way, I had developed a blood cancer called multiple myeloma. And in the midst of that, I was also going through a custody battle for my daughter at the same time.
Yeah.
So just my journey of getting through that, overcoming that.
Yeah.
That's what inspired me to write the book.
So yeah, I'm sure it's going to be very helpful for a lot of people. Especially the mental health aspects of things, it's very, top of mind these days, mental health. And we'll get into that here in a little bit. But so how did you find out you had multiple myeloma?
Okay, so...
are there symptoms? How does that work?
No, here's the thing, though, about the symptoms is they're so general that if you heard them, you'd be like, oh, that applies to me.
Right.
It's really hard to notice it. So for me, for several different years, I went to different doctors trying to figure out why I'm so tired all the time.
Okay.
I would get up and be out of breath all the time. And so we did the heart monitor test, the I forget the name of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Some medical term.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, we got the heart monitor. Like, your heart rate does go up when you start walking. And so long story short, we did a blood test, and you have something called your hemoglobin.
Sure.
And at the time, mine was a 6. And so that basically means you don't have a lot of blood in your body.
Oh.
And so that's why my heart rate was up.
Oh, so it was trying to get as much blood as it could. I got you.
Yeah, it just wasn't there.
Just wasn't there to get. Wow.
Yeah, so
and it went from there to multiple myeloma, eh?
Yeah, we had to figure out why my blood wouldn't stay because I started doing transfusions, and from there,
wow. So what's that treatment like?
Well, transfusion is just when you get blood from other people and put it in your body. But as far as multiple myeloma treatment, I went through chemotherapy.
Yeah.
I was actually plant-based at the time because I was trying to fix myself naturally.
Sure.
I knew something was off with me.
Yeah.
But when he said that I was highly cancerous and they don't go through stages, what they did, he said that it would be a stage 3. I knew I couldn't play around. So treatment consists of chemotherapy, a lot of different medications.
Sure.
I was attending St. Clair Community College to be a social worker.
Okay.
And there'd be times where I'd have to shut my camera off because I'd be in the hospital bed. And this is during COVID. So I didn't want the attention of people knowing I was in the hospital. And they don't allow you to make your own schedule. You got to go off of whatever time they tell you got to be there. So that went from once a week to twice a week. And it just consists of a lot of medication, a lot of shots. You get shots in your stomach, your arms, all that. Just consistently.
So how are you doing now?
Now I'm great. I did achieve a form of remission after a stem cell transplant that I had back in 2022, the end of 22.
Yeah.
And
that's
I've
good.
Been in a form of remission, but it's one of those things where
you just never know.
It's always there. So like the inspiration for this book isn't about overcoming the adversity. It's more so focusing on the fight that comes from it.
Well, speaking of that fight, I want to get into that. So you had mentioned that you had some anxieties, some mental health issues when you were younger, right?
Yep. I was diagnosed in high school. They actually prescribed me Xanax and antidepressants.
Yeah.
Because, I saw a psychiatrist and she instantly looked at me and was like, oh, yeah, he's depressed. And
throw some drugs at you,
I'm like, I'm depressed.
And I can't imagine being a teenager and all of a sudden someone tells you you're depressed. I'm like, why would I? Yeah,
I think It was pretty general, like broad, just to throw on somebody instead of
Sure.
addressing what may be causing you to have displeasures. It's just easier to
Right.
say, "Oh yeah, he's depressed."
Yeah, he's depressed. Let's give him.
But I did have anxiety issues for sure. That I couldn't make that up.
Yeah. And how did that? So when you got this cancer diagnosis, how did that affect the mental health side of things?
Oh man, my whole world felt like it was falling apart. You know, the first thing I did was grab my phone out and I instantly Googled multiple myeloma.
Sure.
And at the time, the first results that came up is, on average, you got about 5 years to live, which is completely outdated. I didn't know that at the time. But yeah, that was completely outdated information. And so when I got the diagnosis, I was pretty emotional.
Sure.
You know, I've been pretty emotional, stable person. I don't cry typically. Like my eyes water, but I've never been like
you're not gonna break down,
hardcore crier. Right. Yeah, basically. But when that news hit me, all I could think about is, man, I gotta be here for my daughter. So
sure,
that was my true inspiration to keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's quite the battle going on. So speaking of your daughter, I know that this book that you wrote has a lot to do about parenting and the battle that you had for custody and you battling mental health issues along with the cancer diagnosis and kind of, protecting your daughter from mental health journey. So how's that going?
I actually had to hide that from the courts that I was going through treatment.
No kidding.
My attorney advised me not to.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He advised me not to, speak on it. And so the courts, sometimes they can appoint you a guardian ad litem or a home investigator.
Yeah.
So when they would come by, I would put my medications and stuff up so they wouldn't see it. But it wasn't like if they were to find out and ask me, I would tell them. Yeah. But, don't ask, don't tell kind of thing.
Right. And
so it's not really lying. It's
right. That just feels just wrong. That not on your side of things, but on the other side of things. Like all of a sudden you're being judged because you have some sort of, anxiety issue, which, I'm going to guess a grand portion of this population of this country has some sort of anxiety issues. So that just that feels like a kick in the gut.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would say at least half of us have it. It's just not as talked about, especially us as men. Yeah. We're always taught put things to the side, don't talk about it,
right.
Because it's complaining if you do. So.
Yeah. So you're fighting for custody for your daughter, and so is that been resolved?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. How old is she now?
She's 6.
She's 6.
Yep, going to first grade. Yep.
That's awesome. And so when do you start? So are you extra focused on her, looking for like maybe the same kind of issues that you had as a child?
So one thing that I did do was I improved our diet.
Okay.
That is one thing that whether it's true or not 100% sure, but
how's it's not going to hurt.
Right. So in my head, if I could have her eat more clean versus I used to eat crazy as a kid. We drank Pepsis and when I was 5, 6 years old, we had 2 cans a day, still be thirsty. So she drinks a lot of water.
Okay, great.
Never bought her candy. She hardly ever gets snacks like Cheetos, chips. I try to keep her diet pretty clean. Yeah. Now her dinner is dirty in a sense, but for lunch I try to keep, And
is that the healthy eating aspect of things? Was this something that you learned? Like, did you read it somewhere? Did someone tell you, say, listen, this is probably a great idea to do for you and your family?
So I had caught a cold once. We all do. I want to say the flu, something like that. Yeah. And I was watching, came across Dr. Sebi videos. Okay. And that's what got me into holistic journey. And during the holistic journey, that's when I discovered that I actually had something going on with me. Yeah. But prior to that, I already felt like something was off, and I was trying to stay on top of it beforehand. So if she has any genetic disposition for it to reoccur in her, I'd rather get on top of it early now than...
Absolutely. Yeah. So how's it been? Has she been... I love it. You say, well, she doesn't have snacks, she doesn't have candy, but I bet she's just as happy as can be.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Not to say that she doesn't get those things.
Sure, but, everything on a very,
bare minimum, like when she sees her mom, she may get stuff during that time. But as far as my household... She doesn't go into the store and ask for candy. Or
Right.
Like, since she was a baby, I never bought her those things, so it doesn't naturally come to her to ask me to get her anything like that.
She excited for first grade?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. She loves school.
That's really?
Yeah.
I like this kid. That's awesome.
Me too.
She's not asking for candy and like school. Gosh, I wish mine would have been that way. So let's talk about the book when did you write it?
I started writing it, I want to say towards the end of last year.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So great. So what was that process like?
So I actually didn't write it when I was going through any of it.
Okay. You were reliving everything.
Yeah, I had a retrospective.
So was that difficult?
Yeah, thinking about things. So the thing with cancer, and I've been told this, like mentally, I do pretty well for somebody that has it.
Yeah.
But I think one of the reasons is I don't think about it. I don't think of myself as somebody with cancer.
Yeah, you don't think of yourself as a cancer patient.
Right.
You think of yourself as
writing
Brice
the
Davis.
book kind of opened up those. It's like a reminder. Even talking about it now, I notice it's more mentally taxing.
Sure.
But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make if it's helping somebody else, because it is considered more of a rare cancer than a common one.
Okay. So when did you sit down and decide, hey, I need to get this out on paper? When was that? What was that decision like? Did you get advice from somebody, or was this like in your head, like I can help?
So it was always in the back of my mind.
Okay.
I've always been kind of a storyteller. You know,
Great.
There's an author named Wayne Dyer.
Yeah.
And, you know, he had a quote that never let your music die inside you.
Sure.
So I always knew in the back of my mind, like, I got to get this out. Because prior to this, I did do, like, YouTube videos, podcasts.
Oh, right on.
I was already, like, articulating things. Sure. So this was another form for me to get it out.
So were you a writer before?
No.
Okay.
Well, I've always been a creative, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't imagine just sitting down and starting to write a book. I wouldn't even know where to start. I wouldn't know structure.
So when you ask me that, it's an interesting thing, because there's been so many nights where you just add a few words and you just put it down. Like, can you really do this? It's not like a one straight through.
Yeah.
It's multiple sessions of
how
can I get this started?
Right. So did you like have it in sections and then at the end kind of put it together as what made the most sense?
Oh, no, actually. No, it's funny to say, but like the way I wrote it was like I just started writing as much as I could remember in the past. And I told myself it's like a puzzle. I'll piece it together in place. So writing this book wasn't written from beginning to end. It was a lot of going back, revisions, a lot of edits. Yeah. A lot of different versions.
So this would be good here, or this can wait there.
Yeah,
I have to add this because I forgot about it. That kind of thing.
100%.
Yeah,
I actually think the better version was out of place, but in my head that bothered me too much.
Yeah,
I was like, no, I gotta make sure these things are in order and make sense. So
that's great. So if somebody's gonna I think it's great that this book is out, especially you're a local guy. You're from Xenia, right?
Yep.
You're a local guy. This is for anyone who might be going through anxieties and obviously cancer. This is a great way to almost, I don't know if it's self-help, but this is getting awareness out to those who do, right?
Right.
And if somebody's like, well, I'd love to read Brice's story, where can they get the book?
So they can get the book off Amazon.
Oh,
you type in Rise Anyway, Brice Davis, and it's spelled with an I, BRICE, or they can go to thebricedavis.com.
Okay.
Or, if you're local nearby, look me up, maybe on Facebook or something. I can deliver it to you.
Yeah, right on. Yeah. So look for Brice Davis. It's BRICE Davis. Yes. Look for him. Thebricedavis.com is the website. Brice, you have an extraordinary story. You've lived through quite a bit of adversity, but man, you are turning it into a bright spot and being extremely helpful to others. I love it that you are so encouraging and have a great outlook on life. I think it's great for you, and it's got to be even better for your daughter.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely excited about it.
Yeah. So I wish you all the luck. Get out there and get Brice's book right now. It is called Rise Anyway, coming out of, it's giving you awareness of blood cancer awareness, especially his, which is on the more rare side, and mental health issues as well. Can't wait for you to sell this thing out. Hopefully you got to print more of them, my man.
Most definitely. That's been the hardest thing, was having enough copies.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to have. So Brice, appreciate you coming in this morning.
Oh, no problem, man. Appreciate you having me here.